everybody, Tim Norris here, aka GreyElephant, and welcome to a solo playthrough by GreyElephant Gaming. Today I'll be playing all alone Shahrazad, or Shahrazad. All I know is the song from Aladdin, you know, Alibaba had them 40 thieves, Shahrazad had 1,000 tales. I won't sing no more for you. Well, Master, I'm in luck, cause I'm your siege. Got a man power never fails. All right, I'm done now. This game is a game that can be played one player or two player, and the whole concept is just like Tales of 1,001 Arabian Nights. You're trying to tell the stories to the king in order to hopefully not get, you know, your head chopped off. I think that's what it was, wasn't it? Isn't that why, to stay alive? Anyways, so if we tell a good story, then the king is pleased. If we don't, well, then he is not so pleased. So let's hope I tell a good story. And we'll see if I accomplish that, and then in the conclusion, I'll give you my thoughts of this game. Alright, so we've got the game all set up here. I have a stack of tiles, and on these tiles, we have our first one laid out here. We will have a color and a number. Those are the two most important things you're going to be looking for on the tiles, along with down at the bottom. Down at the bottom signifies the other tiles that are going to match this exact same color. So I know that there's 4 black tiles in this deck, okay? And what I want to try to do is I'm going to create columns, and I'm also going to create rows. And what I want to do is try to connect as many of the same color tiles together. There are 4 different colors. We have black, we have yellow, we have blue, and we have red. I draw 2 tiles as my starting hand. Now what I do with these tiles is that I'm going to either place them above or stagger them to the side of the tile that's already been placed. Now, the goal here is to not only match as many colors as you possibly can, but at the same time what you're trying to do is you have to make sure that the numbers to the left are always lower than the number to the right. So for instance, if I place this there, it wouldn't be very good because at the end of the round, this tile would flip over and it would totally mess up my score. You do not want to do that. So let's just get this ball rolling, and I will place this one first, and I am going to place it just right there. Now, in a one-player game, a solo game, you're allowed to have 4 tiles in a column. In a 2-player game, you're only allowed to have 3. So possibly that's a benefit. I'm not really sure. So at the end of my turn, I draw another tile. This time I got a 16. Well, this time I'm going to place the 4, and I'm going to place it right there. Draw another one. And the round will end once that stack's gone. Now another option that I have in my disposal is that as long as there's tiles to draw, I can replace a tile that's here in the play area. And what I mean by that is if I wanted to, I could take this tile, I could place it there and pull this tile and put it back in my hand, like that. And then at the end of the turn, I still would draw a tile, but on my very next turn, I'd have to place 2 tiles. So you'd want to be very careful whenever you use that ability because it can come back to haunt you. So here's a good situation where I could look at the red tile and I could say, okay, so 0, 3, 6, 10, 15, 19, 21. This is the largest grouping, the red is. There are a total of 7 of them, and you want to try to get as many of the 7 connected as you can because the more that you get connected, the more points you're going to score. And we'll cover that at the end of the round, which there will be 2 of. I want to take this 10, I'm going to place it right there. And let's see if we could try to get lucky and connect as many of those as we can. Draw another tile. Oh, the 15. Well, that was convenient. We're just going to place the 15 right here. In fact, we're going to stagger it down 1, just like that. Alright, draw another one. 14. Alright, so the 14, the blue is the second most value of tiles. So if we look here, we've got 1, 5, 11, 14, and 20. So 20 is the next highest one after this one. Oh, I'm thinking let's just place it right here for right now. I don't know if that's a really good spot now to think about it. I'm going to place it 1 up just like that. We'll have to place something else right there, which we'll probably end up sticking this one there. All right, let's draw another one. 19. Well, we got 15. 19 would be the next logical one to place there, so let's just place like that. 21 will be the last one of that red. I'm sure we'll come across that soon. 3. Well, red is rolling, man. That's actually made it really nice. I mean, all these are going to score me good points. You're going to score points based upon your largest grouping of each color. So in this case right now, as long as I can make sure that I have a beginning and an end of the story, which I'll cover that here soon, I should score some pretty decent points there. This is a good spot for right there, I'm thinking. Yeah, let's place this one right there. Okay. That's why I didn't want to place that 16 there. is because I knew the 13 was still coming, and now we could place the 16 there, and we're still safe because we got the 14 and 13. They're still lower numbers. Before we get too excited and start applauding ourselves, let's see what else we got coming up, because trying to talk and do this at the same time is a little difficult, I'm not going to lie. Let's just play the 16 right there, because usually what you can do is you can count your tiles, and that would give you a better idea of what's going to be coming up later. So I know, so for instance, let's start being smart about our placement. So if I place the 21 here, I know I've still got the 20. The 20 will be blue, and I want to try to probably place that here, though, to be honest with you, just so it would connect to here. But now that I think about it, that's not a good idea at all. So we're going to have to probably place the 20 here or here. So we still have the 18, though, that we have to deal with, and the 18 will be a black one. So the black 18 will probably go here. So if we place the blue 20, the black 18, so let's just take it because 21 is the highest one. What is number 20? So 21, 20, 19, or I'm sorry, so the 18 would go here, so the 20 would have to go here because otherwise 19. So 21, 20, 19, 18, where's 17? 17 will be a yellow one, and I've got a yellow one in my hand right here. We'll have to probably place the 17 up in this area here is what I'm thinking. Yeah, so let's place the 12 right here. And let's see if we can't try to group some of those together, possibly. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we can do. I don't know why I placed that there yet. I was supposed to draw first. Alright, so we did get the 20. So the 20 is going to have to go right here. There's no doubt about it because the 19 here otherwise is going to flip over. Which means we're not going to be able to group it and score good points with the blue, but maybe we can still get like the 11, the 8, and see, and we could still score those. So, alright, let's draw another one. Alright, the 5. So if we look there, so the 11, the 8, and then the 5 would have to go here. So let's just place that right there now. Alright, so at some point in time we're going to have to try to make sure that we got a perfect flowing story and it all connects. So this one right now is becoming a problem. So we'll cover that here in just a bit. So 0. 0 sucks. Alright, so 12. Let's look at 12. We don't want to place it here. I guess we're... Oh boy, oh boy. We were going to place it here, right? Is that what we talked about? I could have swore we did. So let's just place it there right now. 1. Alright, so 1, we're just going to place it right here. And we've still got 2 to deal with, though. We're fine, we're fine. Place 1 right there, I think. Alright, 11. Alright, 11, so we got to place this one right here. Let's grab another one. 8. Let's hold on to the 8. Let's just place the 0 right there, because we're going to pop the 2 right here. Okay. 7. 7. Let's place it right here. And we should be safe with that spot, because we want to place the 8 here. Okay. Which I happen to have. Alright. 2. 2 is going to go right there. Alright, we got a problem right here. We need the 17 and the 18. So we're fine. Alright, 17 is going to go here. 18 is going to go there. And our last one, we're going to place it right here. Alright. Whew, I actually think I did pretty good. Alright, let's see. So basically now what we have to do is we have to make sure the story flows. So it has to have a beginning and an end at all times. And if it doesn't, then basically you have to flip those tiles over. But before we do that, we should have checked to make sure that all the tiles to the left are always lower. So, alright, so 0 is definitely the lowest. 1 and 2 has to be lower than all these. So 6, 4 and a 3, no problem. No problem. Alright, so these numbers are all definitely lower than this column here. These all are lower than this column here, no problem there. Lower, 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 it's lower, it's lower, 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 lower. Okay. Hey, that's the first time I've ever done that, guys. I've never been able to get all the tiles and not have to flip one over, because what happens is if you can't create a continuous story, you end up having to flip that tile over. So let's make sure. Yeah, that still all connects. I'm actually really shocked, to be honest. I've never done that before. All right, so let's, good thing I caught it on camera, right? Let's count up our largest groups. So for instance, even though we've got a red here, what we want to do is count up just our largest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 points. Our largest group of yellow is right here. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There are no missing tiles. So basically there's no tiles that were flipped over, and there's no gaps. So that's a total of 18 points on my first turn. That's really good, guys. I'm really shocked I did that well. All right, so now what I get to do is I get to decide whichever column that I wish to keep. And it remains out here on the table, and then all the other tiles will get shuffled up again, and we're going to do one more round. And then after that, we tally up the two scores together, and we see just how well I pleased the king. I don't know if this is that tough of a choice, because I really think this is a very good column right here. You know, I mean, you're getting 12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, that's about as good as it gets, I think. So why don't we shuffle up all the other tiles? And when we come back, I'll have them shuffled, and then we'll begin round 2, and then we'll get to my final score, and then my final thoughts on this game. All right, so here's my draw for round 2, and I actually do a pretty decent one. This one, not so well. So let's go ahead and just place this one right. Where did I have it last time? Was it right here? Oh boy, I think it was right here, actually. And we're going to place it right there. We're going to just try to mimic exactly what I had the last turn, because that was a really good score. So let's draw another one to replace that. 18, so we're just going to throw it on over here. Actually, it was up here, I remember, because 17 went there. I know, I'm just trying to create the exact same board, aren't I? 5 and a 4, these aren't good. So this will end up having to force me to, we'll place the 5 right here, and then we're going to look for, hopefully the 11 appears, and then we'll replace it with the 11. Oh boy, all right. 7, 7, 7, 7. Let's see if I could connect it there, but I don't think that's going to work very well. So we are just going to throw it. I don't remember how I had it last time. I mean, it'd be nice if I could do that, but I just don't know if it's going to really work or not. It almost stinks that I got still all the tiles in the deck, to be honest. I don't usually make it to round 2 with all of them again. Usually, you know, you lose 1 or 2 of them, and then you're kind of like, well, okay, they're not in the next round because you lose those tiles, and so it makes a smaller stack, and it makes it a little bit easier to try to manage, I guess. Let's just, I'm going to place it over here just because I know that that's probably not a good spot, because I've still got, let me see, so I'd have 11, 10, 9, and 8. 11, 10, 9, and 8, that would have to go here. So 7, this is the row that 7 has to go into, or the column. And 5 is going to have to move over here as well, because 11, 5, 8, and then 5. So, okay. All right, so let's draw up. We've got 6. We're not doing so well. 15, 10, 6. All right. All right, there's our 8. So if we wanted to, we could just do that now. I know what I could do instead. Let's fudge. So if I do that, I would have to place 2 on my next turn, and I'm not allowed to replace 1 on the next turn if I do that. Let's just do this for right now. Let's just place the 4 over here, and let's just see what we draw. The 2. Okay, well that was a good draw, so we'll place it there. All right. The 3 can go over here with the 2. Let's place it. 3 and 6. How did I do this? So the 15, the 10, the 6, the 3, and the 0. That ain't gonna work. Let's just place it there anyways. Alright, let's see what we draw up. Well, there's the 0 there. Well, we're gonna have to put that, I think, at the end, because the 1's gonna have to go here. Oh boy, I'm making a really crappy one this time. And there's the one speaking of the devil. All right, so that's at least going to make sure that our story's going to be, you know, continuous, except for here. We've got to put pieces here and here, here. Which, I mean, I can fill those gaps in. I'm just not getting these tiles very good. So the 17 needs to go there. I need the 11 is what I need. There's the 10. The 10's going to go here. Okay, and everything should be fine. We just got to get that blue 11. 9. Fudge. You know, we could just pop this up right now and put the 9 there. That'll guarantee at least that that's not going to get screwed up. And there's the 11. Okay. So what I'm thinking, we could put the 11 here, and that would still work okay. But I do have to place a second one, which will place the 8 right there. Okay, so we've got to get one here, which will place the 5 there. And then that'll make sure everything connects. Okay, so let's see what we got. So, all right, a 19. 19 has to go here because we're going to put the, we have 20 and 21. And we should be okay. All right, so let's draw. This should be 20 or 21 here. So there's 21. And we're going to place it there because we're going to put 20 here. I guess it doesn't really matter, to be honest, does it? Because 20 here, it's the same concept. Okay, so basically we know 20 is going to go there, and then 5 is going to go here. All right, so let's make sure that everything to the left is a lower number, so definitely can't go lower than that. So 3, 4, 5 has to be lower, 6, 7, 8 has to be lower, 9, 10, 11 has to be lower, okay, yeah, because the 18's up there. All right, lower. Okay, so we're safe on that. Our story is continuous. Man, did I do this 2 times in a row? I'm a freaking genius. I did, didn't I? Everything connects. It has a beginning and an end, so we're good there. So like if I would have placed just the A tile here, it would have screwed everything up. You see what I'm saying? It has to have a full beginning and a full end, so everything has to flow, and if it can't, then it screws everything up. So all right, so we had 18 points the last time, so 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So 35 total points is what we ended up with. 35 points. He says, I like this story a lot. Well, I'm glad you like that a lot, because I worked really hard on it for the last 15 minutes. All right, so let's go into my concluding thoughts of what I think of this game. Well, there you have it. That is the game, and I told quite the story, didn't I? I can spin quite the yarn. A very interesting, cool game. This was sent to me by Osprey. It was not even on my radar. I never even knew anything about the game until it showed up in the mail. I looked at it. I thought, ooh, that's some pretty neat looking artwork there. I don't know if all this artwork's original, but if it is, they did a phenomenal job. The artwork's not necessary because it's not like you're really looking at the artwork to be able to, you know, play the game. Really what you're looking at is colors and numbers. And it does help that you have the little guide down at the bottom of the tiles that tell you whatever the other colors that do match and go with the group, because you're always going to be looking at that. And the more experience you get, the more you look at that more than anything, to be honest. It is the game. I could sum it up like this. As a kid, I loved putting together puzzles. I would buy them myself. I'd buy these giant puzzles, and I would sit in my room and I'd put them all together all by myself. Get your little piles together of the pieces that you believe go together, work on the border, and then you start filling in the center, right? Well, the difference in this game is that it's like a puzzle, but the pieces are being handed to you at random, and then you have to decide where they go. You know what the overall picture of what you're trying to put together is, but you don't get the pieces in the order that you would like. So you can't work on the border first and then start filling it in. You can't group together, say, greens and say, oh, this looks like the grass in the picture, and try to piece those together. That's handed to you at random, and then it's up to you to try to strategize and place them properly so that you could try to, maximize that position and be able to, score the most points, obviously. It's like any other game. The difference in this one is that I really enjoy is when you play with 2 players, you only get to play with 3 in each column, and instead of 4 in the 1-player game. And I almost think that makes the 1-player game and experience a little bit better. Whereas in the 2-player, not only do you not know what your partner has in their hand, But at the same time, you are limited to only 3 per column, so typically your scores are not going to be that good. It's a much more difficult game with just 2 players. I think this one's pretty cool, and for only $20, that's the MSRP that shows on the box. I'm guessing that's what it is. I've already played this probably close to 15 times, and it's one that I can play by myself, and I enjoy just that puzzly aspect. But like I said, you know, when I was a kid, I really enjoyed putting together puzzles, and I still enjoy puzzles as an adult, but I don't really spend that much time on them like I used to when I was younger. And I think if you do have that puzzly mind that you enjoy just putting things together and trying to figure out where does this piece go, you're going to enjoy this one quite a bit as well. One thing too I wanted to talk about with the artwork before I wrap this thing up is that if it is all original, I'm really impressed by it, but I did find it funny that some of the artwork is very indicative of fairy tales. For instance, the devil, we happen to have a red tile, Little Red Riding Hood, with the wolf. I thought that was funny. We do have, you know, the tower, and we have Rapunzel's hair falling down. Snow White eating the red apple, so of course she eats the red apple, she's on a red tile. The lovers, they're in love. It's Beauty and the Beast. I thought these were really pretty. And then of course I think I like Mulan, you know, with the yellow tile with the high priestess. And I don't know if that's the case, but I know it's really beautiful to look at. I really do enjoy looking at these tiles quite a bit. This one's really cool too, Death. Yeah, like I said, if this is all original artwork, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. The little match girl, remember her? Yeah, so anyways. Alright, well that's pretty much it, guys. I like this game. I think it's pretty cool, and I think it's a pretty awesome value for what you're going to get. But of course, ultimately, you can decide. I mean, it's easy for me to say that. This game was sent to me, whereas you're going to pay your money. That's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.